Who's paying to publish that story in the paper you're reading? Who's funding the stories you hear on the radio or watch on the evening news? In Illinois, the answer to those questions can be alarming. More and more stories are being churned out by a group of free market billionaires and conservative organizations aligned with anti-union Governor Bruce Rauner. While these organizations act like they're independent and unbiased, they're not. The Illinois Policy Institute is one of those organizations. Headquartered in Illinois, it bills itself as a think tank, bankrolled by people like Governor Rauner and ultra-conservative industrialist Richard Uihlein. Governor Rauner is so closely tied to IPI, he recently hired IPI's president and chief operating officer as his own chief of staff. IPI bills itself as a, quote, leading independent research and education organization. But we know better than to trust anything IPI says. Here's why. The IPI is a nonprofit run by John Tillman. A recent Sun-Times ProPublica investigation revealed Tillman's financial practices raise major, quote, ethical questions. IPI is part of the State Policy Network, the $83 million right-wing think tank that now has members in 49 states, including the Mackinac Center in Michigan, which is funded in large part by U.S. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos and her family. You know, the folks looking to take over public schools and privatize public education. Back to IPI. You should also know the Illinois Opportunity Project is IPI's political advocacy arm, and its legal arm is the Liberty Justice Center. That's the group that's leading the national fight against public employee unions like the Illinois Education Association. Then there's the Illinois News Network, or INN, created by IPI. INN provides free content to radio and TV stations across the state. Make sure you're looking for an INN author, even on what you might consider a trusted website. The information from INN is always biased, no matter where it appears. In 2017, the Gateway Journalism Review published a report linking INN to what it dubbed, quote, pro-Rauner propaganda, saying, quote, when people in Carbondale, DuPage, Chicago, Kankakee, Rock Island, Will County, and other Illinois communities pick up the local newspaper or click on a website, they are promised traditional journalistic values. What readers get is a strong pro-Republican, pro-Rauner, anti-Michael Madigan slant manufactured by the interlocking group of media organizations revolving around the free market, anti-tax, anti-union Illinois Policy Institute. The blurred lines between politics and journalism in Illinois don't end there. Meet Dan Proft, a conservative radio show host and political operative. According to the Gateway Journalism Review, he also happens to be an IPI senior fellow and runs Local Government Information Services. That's an organization that publishes 11 newspapers and 20 websites around the state. Proft oversees dozens of these so-called news organizations, including the Kankakee Times, Grundy Reporter, and North Cook News. You'll often find this logo attached to the Proft papers. So consider the source. Don't be fooled by Illinois' complex news propaganda machine, and help us spread the word. Let's shed some light on what John Tillman, Dan Proft, and the special interest groups would like to keep from you and your neighbors. We will not let them destroy us. We will not let them destroy our students, our schools, or our communities. We are stronger united, and as educators and supporters, we know knowledge is power.